So good morning and welcome. Nice to see everyone. And we do have a pretty good group. I think about 9 screens plus mine for a Tuesday class. Okay, I'm going to move back over to the mat. My trusty block, which I like to sit on. So yeah, it's Tuesday. It's a beautiful day. So let's all take a deep breath in and open the mouth and let it go. And take another deep breath. And exhale. So for just a short time here, let's just relax, release, and notice. Just kind of taking stock of how you feel today. Just noticing any discomfort, any pain in the body. Noticing the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And now if you choose, you can deepen the breath, inhaling more deeply into the middle and upper chest and exhaling all of the air out. Just kind of rolling that inhale all the way up under the collarbones. And that Ujjayi breath, you hear your exhale. And now one more deep breath in. And exhale. Yeah, opening the eyes. Just some gentle movement here to start with. Just let the chin drop down toward the chest. Feel that opening in the back of the neck. And gently roll the chin from right to left and left to right. Still breathing, the throat is open, it's not closed. And as you move the chin to right and then back to left and back again, you can go a little bit further each time. And noticing the sensations. Inhaling, bring the head back up, and now let the right ear drop toward the right shoulder, extending the left arm, fingertips down toward the floor, And the fingers are spread wide. That left arm is active. Good. And now bring the head back up and left ear toward left shoulder, extending the right arm. And bring the head back up. And lift the gaze up to the ceiling. Press the jaw up toward the ceiling. And bring the head back up or back down, eyes straight ahead. And now open the mouth as wide as you can. And then release the jaw. And one more time, open the mouth as wide as you can. And you can release. Yeah, good. Let's do some circles. Take the chest or the heart toward the top of the mat, and then take the body out to the right, and then round back, chin toward the chest. And now coming up. Gaze lifts, and as you exhale, chin toward the chest. Just moving here with the breath. Still hearing that exhale, and now the other direction. Coming forward, draw the shoulders back, and as you exhale, round chin toward the chest. And as usual, I like to start easy and gentle and then intensify the movements as I feel more into it, more attuned to the movements. One more big circle. And when you're toward the back, just release back, let the head go. And as you inhale, on your next inhale, lift up tall and open the heart toward the front of the mat, lifting the gaze, draw those shoulders back, and as you exhale, round back, chin toward the chest. And inhaling, lifting up, gaze lifts, shoulders back, and exhaling, rounding. And one more time, lifting up, taking the gaze up to the ceiling, drawing those elbows toward the body, and exhaling, rounding back. And inhaling back up to that upright seat. Yeah, take a deep breath in and exhale. Good, bring the arms out to the side with the palms down toward the floor. And now turn the palms toward the front of the mat and then up toward the ceiling. Let the shoulders drop here as you press the pinky fingers up toward the ceiling. Thumbs point behind, reaching out through the fingers. Couple of deep breaths. Good. Take the palms toward the front, down toward the floor. Bring the arms down about halfway. And now press the thumbs toward the back of the mat, actually lifting the palms up toward the ceiling without folding forward. And again, a couple of breaths. And now release the hands down. Just notice what that feels like in the hands and in the arms. That's prana. That's energy moving through the arms and down through the fingers and out, actually coming out of the body through the ends of the fingers. So bring the hands out to the side with the fingertips down on the floor. And as you inhale, turn the palms to the ceiling. Inhaling, let the hands rise up. And as you exhale, reach wide as the hands come down. Inhaling again, lifting. And exhaling. And one more time, the hands lift, gaze lifts, palms come together, reaching toward the ceiling. Take the gaze straight ahead and now draw those arms back, still straight through and strong through the arms. And as you exhale, the hands come back down. Good. Lift the shoulders up to the ears and then take the points of the shoulders back, shoulder blades toward the center, gently move the head. Keep the neck relaxed, jaws released, and then let the shoulders go. Take a breath. And on your next inhale, the shoulders toward the ears, and then back and down. And release. And one more time, lifting the shoulders up. And then drawing them back, releasing the shoulders down. Pressing the heart toward the front of the mat, elbows in toward the body. Breathe. Moving the head. And you can release. Good. All right, take another deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the arms wide and now take this left arm across the body, the right hand under and up to the left shoulder. Gently draw that arm in toward the body. And now open wide. And now the right arm across, left hand under and up to the right shoulder. And inhaling, open wide. And exhaling those hands back down to the legs. Now bring that left hand to the right leg, thigh, and then the other hand behind. Lift up and exhale and twist, looking over the right shoulder. Exhale. Inhaling, unwind a little bit, get tall, release the shoulders, and then exhale and twist again to the right. And inhaling, come to the front. Right hand comes across, a gentle twist now to the left, exhaling. Inhaling, unwind, lift, and exhale, and maybe a little bit deeper twist now to the left. And inhaling, coming back to the front. And one more twist, we'll do it to the right, extending the right arm and looking back toward that right thumb, pointed up to the ceiling. And exhaling, coming back. And that extended twist now to the left. Strong through the arm. And inhaling, coming back to center. Good, all right. So bring the right arm out in front, draw it in, inhale, and take that hand up to the ceiling, reach it up there. Good, and bring the left hand out to the floor, slide it out, arcing over to the left. Don't forget to breathe. Feel that right sits bone on the back. Turn the gaze down toward the left hand on the floor, still drawing the right shoulder back. And now take the gaze back toward the ceiling. And bring that right hand back up. Reach, get really tall here, and then bring that right arm down. All right. Take that breath and move that right arm. Extend the left arm out in front. Inhaling, that hand lifts up to the ceiling. Following it up there with the gaze. And now bring the right hand out, slide it out. Still gazing up toward the ceiling, reaching up and out, up and over. Now let the gaze come down toward the right hand. And lifting the gaze back to the ceiling. And the left hand comes back up. Oh yeah, reach it up there. And exhale, everything comes back down. And a gentle movement here with the shoulders and both arms. Roll the wrists. Good deal, all right. Let's come over onto hands and knees, to the table. Feel those hands on the mat, both the palms and the fingertips. And as you inhale, lift the gaze straight ahead, let the belly drop. Exhaling, round up, and we'll do that movement again, bringing the hips back toward the heels. And then bring the elbows down, inhaling, coming forward on the forearms, and then lifting back up as gaze goes straight ahead, and exhaling round, hips come back. Elbows down, kind of crawling forward here and up. And exhale round, and the hips come back. And inhaling up one more. And exhaling, hips move back. And now coming back up into our table. And with the gaze straight down at the center of the mat, take the hips to the left with the weight coming onto the left knee and press the hips and the ribs to the left. And now come to center, take the weight onto the right knee and press everything to the right. And back to center, and now we'll go to the left again. Coming back to center and to the right. And coming back to center. Yeah, take that breath. And extend the right leg with the toes down on the mat, and find that sensation in the back of that right leg as you press back through the heel. Remember, no pain in yoga. You can rest whenever you want. Finding sensation. And now lift that foot hip height. Toes pointed straight down and extending the left arm into awkward pose. One more deep breath. And you can bring the left hand down, the right knee down. Take a breath and come back to your resting pose. You can actually stay in table if you choose. Moving gently. And now extend the left leg with the toes on the mat. And let that left hip release down toward the mat as you press back through the left heel. Bring that left foot hip height. And when you feel stable, extend that right arm into awkward pose. One more deep breath. And exhaling, the left, right hand down, left knee down. Good. Open the knees wide, as wide as the mat. And then take the feet a little bit wide, toes pointed out. And then come down to your elbows. Just letting those hips settle gently toward the mat. This is not everyone's favorite pose, I'll say that. This is frog. Just breathe. Two more deep breaths. Good, all right. And coming forward, bring those knees back in under the hips. And now gently move. Take the hips one side, then the other. And now bring the hips back toward the heels. Oh, yes. Bring the elbows down to the mat. And let the head go. Open the knees a little wide, make space for your belly. And take your forehead down toward the mat or under the mat or onto a block. Now reach the hands up toward the top of the mat, keeping the hips back toward the heels. So you crawl those fingers up there. They're hip width apart, the hands are. And then let the head release down between the arms with the elbows lifted. Good. Lifting the head, move the hands off the mat on the right to the right side, bring the left hand onto the right. Lift the head, release toward the right knee. You can make this as intense as you want. Drawing that left hip back toward the back of the mat. And bringing the hands to center, take the hands to the left, right hand on left, and the same idea, head toward the left knee, working to open the right side of the body all the way down from the shoulder down to the hips. Good. Now bring the hands back to center. Bring the elbows down between the hands and the knees and interlace the fingers. And as you inhale, coming up and coming forward, bring the chin. You might need to move the knees back a little bit ahead of the hands. keep the knees on the mat as you move back, the hips back toward the back of the mat. Let the hips settle down toward the mat. And now coming forward, chin the head of the hands. And exhaling back. Releasing the head now toward the knees and down to the mat. And coming forward, 2 more of these. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding that sensation here in the shoulders as you come back and feeling strong as you through the core as you come forward. Exhaling. And let's just stay here, the bottom up in the air, forehead down on the mat or on a block. All right, good. And lifting back up and table. So let's walk the hands a little bit forward, curl the toes, and let's come up into plank. Take a couple of breaths here in plank. And now bring the knees back down into knee plank. And lower halfway, and press back up. And lower halfway, and press back up. And lower halfway, and press back up. Good. Now let the hips settle toward the mat, lifting the gaze straight ahead into upward dog. Shoulder blades on the back. And now bring the hips back toward the heels. And come into your resting pose. And lifting up into hero. You can put a block between your ankles, rest your hips back on that block, or just sit back on your heels. This is not fun for a lot of folks. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring the hands behind the feet, fingers point toward the front of the mat, and then lift the knees, still gazing toward the front of the mat. And now release the knees gently down toward the mat. They're not on the mat, but they're moving down toward the mat. Elbows are bent. And coming up a little bit, straightening the arms, bring the knees down and just press the hips up as the head falls back. And now bring the hips back down, come back up into hero. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Coming back into our table, curl the toes into downward facing dog. Yeah, good, all right. Fingers spread wide. Pressing one heel into the mat or down toward the mat and then the other. Now step the feet toward the hands. Come into half lift, bringing the hands just below the knees, pressing the belly toward the toes, long neck. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. And work those heels. Again, gentle to start with. Hamstrings, first time. Keep the neck soft and released, faces relaxed. And you can feel the thighs touching the belly on the thighs. Good. Bend the knees, press into the mat, coming up. Just rounding up. Head is the last to come up. Take the arms wide and lift the hands and arms to the ceiling. And exhale, we'll move right into our spinal flow. Take the right hand down and arc over to the right. And inhaling the right hand up. And exhale the left hand down, arcing left. And inhale the left arm. Exhaling, that wide arm twist to the right, palms to the ceiling. Inhaling up. And exhaling, twisting left. Again, it's about the heart, not the arms. And inhaling up. And exhaling, hands to the heart, hinging into the forward fold. Release the head, bend those knees, press with the feet. Yes. And now really bend the knees, get long through the spine, press to come up. Exhale the hands back. And inhale up, take the gaze straight ahead, draw the arms back. And exhale, the hands come down. All right, good deal. We'll move into a lunge and warrior one. So pressing the feet down into the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale into forward fold. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the right foot way back. Find that high lunge on spider fingers here with that foot ahead of the knee. The left foot ahead of the knee. Breathe. And with the right hand on the mat, extend the left arm and now open to the left. The back knee can come down if you choose. One more breath. And exhale that hand down. Good. Bring both hands to the inside of that left foot. Turn the left toes out. And if you choose, you can bring the right knee back down to the mat. We're coming into runner stretch. So just moving down to runner stretch here. One more deep breath. Good, all right. And coming back to that high lunge or the low lunge, extend the right arm and now open to the right. And exhaling, the hand down. Spin that back heel in and down, and you might even want to step it a little bit closer to the front of the mat. And now come up into warrior one. Take the arms wide, come to airplane. Bringing the belly down to the thigh. Gaze straight down. Arms lifted. Good. Now bring the hands back down to the mat. Spin up on those back toes. Take a breath in this high lunge again. And now take that step to the top of the mat, half lift. And exhale into forward fold. And now arms wide and press to come up. Exhaling, mountain pose. Good. Ragdoll. Step it out. Take a breath. Good. All right. So we got to do that on the other side. So from mounted pose, inhale the hands and arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, half lift. And now the big step back with the left foot, high lunge. Take that breath. Strong through the back leg. And with the left hand on the mat, open to the right. One more breath. And exhaling, bring the right hand down. Bring both hands to the inside. Turn those right toes out. I like to bring the back knee down when I'm doing runner stretch. And then come down into your runner stretch. And you might need to do a bit of adjusting here to find the best position for your body. And good. Coming back up, take that right hand to the outside of the front foot. And either with the knee down or with the back knee lifted, now we open to the left. One more breath. And exhaling, bring that left hand down. Take that breath. Settle, still strong through the back heel. And then spin that back heel in and down. And lifting up into warrior one. Take the arms wide, hinge into airplane. And now bring the hands back down, back into that lunge, high or low. Now move to high lunge if you're in low. Big step, front of the mat. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, fold. And now bend those knees, get long through the spine. And come up. And exhale into mountain pose. Good, all right. So bring the weight to the left foot, find your spot on the floor. Hands come to the knees. And now when you're settled here, lift the right knee. Straighten the right leg. Point the toes and flex. And point and flex. Point and flex. And bring the right foot down. Good, take a breath. Move the weight to the right foot. And when you're ready, lift the left knee. And straighten the left leg. And point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. And bring the left leg down. All right. The mounted pose, inhale the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, hands come down. And go into plank. Take that breath, fingers spread wide. Middle finger pointed to the front of the mat. Shoulder blades on the back. Strong here. And exhale, lower all the way down. Yeah. Come into Cobra. Strong through the legs here. Light pressure in the hands. One more breath. Good. Releasing the chin down toward the mat. Bring the elbows under the shoulders. Coming up to Sphinx. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And the gaze is straight ahead in Sphinx. Good. Bring the right arm across. Come onto your right hip. And then bend that top knee. And then find the foot with the left hand. And we're going to do a quad stretch here. And release the foot, bring the hand to the inside, to the big toe, and lift the left foot to the ceiling. Yes. And release the toe, bring the left hand down, and then slowly lower that foot down on top of the right foot. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Stay strong through the right shoulder with the left hand on the mat, and just lift the left leg, toes pointing to the side. Point the toes, and now circle that leg. And take those circles the other way. Good. Bringing the left foot down on top of the right. Come back over into Sphinx. And take a breath. And now bring the left arm across and come over onto the left hip. Bending the top knee and reaching back for the quad stretch. And release, bring the hand to the inside, toe, and Vishnu's couch. And then bring the right hand down. Slowly lower the right foot down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Stay strong through that left shoulder. And now lift the right leg. Point the toes and circle the leg. And go the other way. And now bring the right foot down and come back over into Sphinx. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. From where we are right here, just lift the hips. And then if you choose, curl the toes and press to lift the knees. Forearm plank. Very much core strength. One more breath. And exhale, knees down and the hips down, elbows wide, right side of the face to the mat. Yes. And the left side of the face. Good. Bend the right knee, reach back to the right foot. And then just lift, kick that right foot away, lifting the knee a little bit off of the mat into half bow. Good. Release on that side. And now bring the right hand under the shoulder. Bend the left knee, reaching back. And now pressing into the mat with the right foot. Kick the left foot away and lift. And now release. And again, take the right side of the face to the mat. And if you want to come into full bow, you can do that. Bending both knees and reaching back with both hands. Or like me, you can just rest. Good. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Lift up into table. Take the breath. Moving gently. And now bring the feet around to the front. We'll do just a couple of breaths in Navasana. And you can play here if you want. You can come down to canoe. And lift back up. And let's come to cobbler. Bring those feet in. Now extend those legs and come into seated forward fold with bent knees here. Yeah, inhaling, come on up. And we can either do a reverse table with the feet halfway in, or reverse plank with the hands behind the hips and just lifting those hips. And coming down when you're ready. Good. All right, hands behind the knees, gently come down to your back. Let's take a couple of breaths in your resting pose, either reclining cobbler or the feet wide, knees together, or legs extended, whichever works best for you. Or if you want, you can bring the knees into the chest and just gently rock. So there's a lot of ways you can release here. Okay. Let's do some bridges. And this time, let's go ahead and bring the hands down by your side with the fingertips touching the feet. And the feet are hip width apart. So the fingertips touch the heels. And now press with the feet and lift the hips to the ceiling. And now exhale and lower. And inhaling, hips lift. And exhale, lower. And as you inhale, the hips lift. And we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. And if you choose, you can walk those shoulder blades under, interlace the fingers, press the heels of the hands together. And now really pressing those hands toward the front of the mat and the knees toward the front of the mat. Arms are strong and straight. Hips are really lifted. You're feeling this and you're breathing. Two more deep breaths. And as you exhale, release the hands, release the hips down to the mat. And again, come into your resting pose. Ah, good. Yes. Good. Let's stretch the left leg out, bring the right knee into the chest. And hug it in. Circle the toes. Take that knee up and over toward the right shoulder. And then bring the right foot down, straighten the right leg, bring the left knee into the chest. And circle the toes. Taking that knee toward the left shoulder. And now bring the right knee beside the left, gently rock side to side. Take both feet straight up to the ceiling. Pressing the tailbone down into the mat, the hips down into the mat as you press up through the heels. Two more deep breaths. Good. Bring those knees coming back down, back into your reclining cobbler pose or your resting pose. And extend the legs. Bring the arms behind. And one long deep inhale, stretching. Really spread the fingers, really reach back, press toward the front of the mat with the heels. And exhale into your resting pose, your Savasana. little movements and larger movements. Good. Bend those knees, bend the elbows. Interlace the fingers and press the palms up to the ceiling. All right. And coming over on one side, gently coming up to seated. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Have a great week. And if you can make it, come to the church on Friday. Just be sure you bring a mask with you because of that nasty virus. So thanks, everyone.